Where's the rage? Here we are. That's it. Our first little show. What are we going to talk about today? I don't know. Remember this. We got our own channel. It's on YouTube called Where's the Rage. There you get your daily dose or weekly dose of Where's the Rage. And also we're on firstcoast.tv on the east coast of Florida from Flagler up to Fernandina. That's right. You know, I was hearing all this stuff about Iraq, and should we go back? And then you have a group of people like the neocons who say, hey, we need to go back. Listen. This is from a guy, blue-collar guy. All those countries out there, Syria, Lebanon, Egypt, all those were cut up by the old empires, all right? The Brits, the French, the Germans, the Spaniards, the Portuguese, everybody, including Tom, Dick, and Harry, cut those places up. And they set up the table with people that shouldn't be next to each other. So then comes our empire, the American empire. The table's already been set. You're not going to change anything. You go in, or we go in Iraq to change a system where the Sunnis ruled, the Iranians next door feared them, kept away. We go in, and we go set up the table differently, okay? Didn't work for us. Remember this guy? Remember this guy? Oh, yeah. That's Rumsfeld. Let me show it to you again. That's Rumsfeld shaking the hand of Saddam Hussein. That's right, baby. This has been going on for a long time. That was 1979. You think that Rumsfeld didn't know the kind of animal he was? Oh, come on. Don't be naive. You remember 1987? The USS Stark? It was our ships. It got hit by an Iraqi airplane. I think we sold them the airplane, and they stuck a missile or two, an Exocet missile, into our warship and killed a bunch of our boys. Remember that? That was during the the Iran-Iraq War. When this little animal here was killing Iranians at about 1,000 a day. I think eventually killed 1 million of them. He was using weapons that later Saddam hung for using those weapons basically on his own people. But when he was using it on the Iranians, because we didn't like the Iranians, which we still don't, we sort of looked the other way. It's a dirty little world out there. So don't be naive when these guys talk about freedom and liberty and we went and did this. Listen. Cat doesn't like dog. Dog doesn't like cat. You'll find sometimes a cat and a dog together. But it's the exception to the rule. Other thing I wanted to talk to you about was that Berdahl guy, that soldier that I brought back. Listen, he belongs to us. He's part of our tribe. Get him back. If you got to put him on a trial, do so. He's one of ours. Come on. We are civilized people. I mean, I hear what people say. They've judged him. They've trialed him. Wouldn't you feel terrible if you find out the reason he really left that base was because the little puppy was squeaking not far away and he went to save this fluffy, little sweet white little puppy? You feel awful. So why not bring him back, find out what was eating him up, find out where he went. And 5 years with the Taliban is no picnic. So get over it, bring him back, find out what it is. Okay? All right, that's my opinion. And the last thing I wanted to talk to you about today, where's the rage? Just this whole thing on these children coming from Mexico, and that it's Obama's fault and it's Bush's fault because he signed that thing that you could return Mexicans, but you didn't have that, money back policy with the rest of Central America, basically San Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. The countries in Latin America, we've actually put money and actually created something so that the people there have not really a strong enough reason to get out, like in Nicaragua, they're not coming. Nicaraguans are there. It's San Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala. I could tell you stories of the things we've done there. You're going to say, really? Yeah. You know, a lot of that. Also the demand of drugs. Man, we can't get enough drugs in this country. We create, you know, the evil guys deal in this because we need someone to supply us with our so-called, you know, drugs. And it's not a pretty picture. You can point this guy, you can point that way, you can point that way. I mean, where does all that money, drug money that's laundered, go? I don't know. Miami is beautiful now. Skyscrapers everywhere. I'm not going to tell you where a lot of that money came from. Oh! No. Let's not go back to the 80s. But, you know, in America, we're always talking about children and children and children. We see little commercials about children on TV, etc., etc. But let me tell you something. I see what these people say about these kids. I say what these people are trying to do to these children. Wow. There's some strong moral questions. If you worship a God, if you go to church, I wonder, do you learn anything? You know the governor of Massachusetts, a little speech he gave, everyone said it was political. I took him for his word. At least what he said I agreed with. If you're going to follow the Christ, you don't do what people are doing. You got to find another way. You know, save your soul kind of thing. I mean, if you really believe. If you don't, well, heck with it. You know, kick them, shoot them, hang them, do whatever you want. There's no repercussions, right? You know. So, I feel for those kids. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad where they're at. I'm glad I'm born where I was with the mom and dad I had, etc., etc. So, let's keep it cool. So, that is the rage for today. Yep, Iraq. Yeah, stay out, stay out, stay out. Next time, we're going to talk about Ukraine, Israel, Palestine. Where's the rage? Say it. Just say it. Remember, firstcoast.tv, our YouTube channel, and of course, you can send emails to whereistherage at firstcoast.tv. All right. You have a good one. You take care. And keep the rage coming. But keep it cool and keep it civilized. All right. That's it for today.